Hi everyone, welcome back to Sew with Adeshola. In today's tutorial, we'll be learning how to cut and sew this beautiful bubu gown that you are seeing on the screen. The highlight of this bubu is the deep V-neck at the back of this bubu and the strap. Okay, that's the highlight. So let's get right into it. For the purpose of this tutorial, I'll be making use of 3.5 yards of this Ankara fabric. As you can see, you can use other fabric of your choice. So I went ahead to fold my fabric into four, just like this. As you can see, I am cutting both the front and the back pieces together. The next thing we're going to do is to roll out our start line just like that, which is also going to serve as a shoulder line. And on that shoulder line, you want to mark the width of your neckline, which is 3 inches, and also the shoulder measurement, which is 8 inches for me. And from that 8 inches, I'll be marking 13 inches for my sleeve length, 12 inch for the sleeve length, and 1 inch for hemming it. Then I will come down by 1.5 at that point for our shoulder slope, just like that. Now the next thing you want to do is to connect the shoulder slope right into the neckline, just like this. Just look at what I'll be doing and go ahead and also do the same thing. Now once we are done connecting it, the next thing is for us to take the depth of our neckline. I will be taking the front neckline first, which is 8 inches. You can decide to go deeper than that if you want it to be deeper. So I'm using 8 inches for the neck depth, and then from that point I'm also going to mark the neck depth of the back. For this, I'll be making use of 11 inches. You can decide to go lower than that for the back neckline, depending on how deep you want it to be. You can make use of 13 inches or even 12. So I went ahead to use 11 inches, and that's the back and that's the front. Now the next thing we are going to do is to measure our sleeve opening. For the sleeve opening, I'll be making use of 10 inches. So I came down by 10 inches from that shoulder slant, and then you're just going to roll out a line just like that. And you're going to go back to your shoulder line and measure what you have up to your sleeve length. There I have 21 inches, and I'm also going to mark 21 inches on that particular line so that I can have an accurate line just like that. Okay, go ahead and also do the same thing. That is our sleeve opening. Now on that particular line, you want to mark your largest circumference divided by 4. For me, I'll be making use of my hip circumference, which is 40 divided by 4, 10. Then I'm going to add 6 inches to it. So all I have in there is 16 inches. Then I will proceed to mark 16 inches all the way down to the length of my gown. Okay, go ahead and also do the same thing. Now that we are done marking out our body measurement and also connecting the lines together, the next thing is for us to shape out our sleeve. Okay, so I'm just going to use my free hand to just make a curve right there. Go ahead and also do the same thing, just make a curve. That's going to give it that sleeve effect. Okay, now the next thing is for us to cut out the excess part, and to do this I'm going to add ½ inch on my shoulder line for joining so that I do not have a shortage over there. Go ahead and also do the same thing. Then you want to proceed to cut out the front neckline first. Okay, you want to cut out the front neckline first, then go ahead and cut out the excess. And yes, I would like to take a minute of your time to appreciate you for staying with us up until this moment. Thank you for watching. If this is your first time here, do well to click on the subscribe button. Make sure you like this video, comment, and subscribe, okay? And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for always coming back. You guys are the real MVP. Thank you so much. Now that we are done with the cutting, the next thing is for us to remove the front neckline so that we can actually cut the back neckline. Okay, we've cut out the front, so we are going to cut out the back. Make sure you arrange your fabric very well, make sure that it is laid. Then you want to go ahead and cut out the back neckline just like this. Okay, so now the next thing we are going to do is to cut out the interface for our neckline. Fold a piece of fabric into two, and at the center fold place your neckline just like that. Okay, then you want to use your neckline to trace it out. That's just all for the interface, and you want to ensure that the fabric you are using is longer than the neckline and also wider than the neckline. Okay, you want it to be longer and also wider for both the front and the back. So I did the same thing with the front neckline and also the back neckline. Just look at what I am doing and also go ahead and do the same thing. You can decide to use any shape of your choice. Okay, now that we are done doing that, the next thing is for us to join the interface to the fabric. Place it right side facing each other and stitch with half of an inch. Then you also want to ensure that you aim the base of your interface. Okay, so for the back neckline, we are going to place it right side facing each other just like this. Your interface and the fabric, place it right side facing each other, then measure 2 inches down. Okay, measure 2 inches down on both side of your neckline, and from that 2 inch you are going to join down. Okay, you're going to join with half of an inch, just stitch it down. And after I was done, this is what I have. You can see I went ahead to iron it and also use my hemming gum to gum it down. Okay, and for the back, you can see I didn't gum that. Okay, so I have my opening just like that. Now we are going to place our strap in between this. You can see we still have our 2 inches right there. Now we are going to measure the distance between one shoulder to the other, and I have 6 inches right there. I'm going to use that to cut out a strap, and this strap is about 7 inches long, 7.5 inches long right now, but I'm still going to cut half of it out to have 7 inches, which is 6 inch for the length of the distance between our neckline and half inch for joining, half inch on each side, so that's 1 inch. Okay, so we have 7 inch just like that, and this strap is 1 inch wide, which means that I cut out 2.5 inch and then sew it with half of an inch, then turn it to the other side and iron it out. Okay, so I have 1 inch just like that. Now you want to place it in between the openings on your neckline and use your pin to hold it down. Okay, just hold it down in between the opening that you have. So after I was done doing that, I'm just going to take it to the sewing machine and join it. So after we are done, that is what it is going to look like. Okay, that's what it is going to look like, what I showed earlier on. So this is me just cutting out the excess. Okay, stitch it down and you're going to have this it looking like this. Okay, go ahead and do that and also gum it down. Okay, now once you are done doing that, the next thing we are going to do is to join both the front and the back piece together at the shoulder. So I'm just going to place the front side and the back and the front together, right side facing each other, and join with half inch on the shoulder line just like that, and also hem my sleeve. And when I am done with it, I'm going to bring it to us to see what we have. And this is what I had when I was done. I've gone ahead to also weave it, okay, to give my shoulder that neat finishing. So this is what it looks like. Okay, you can see the strap sitting pretty well over there. Now the next thing is for us to fix our pocket, because this actually has a pocket. I've gone ahead to cut out 4 pieces of my fabric. Then I'm just going to fold my fabric into two, my gown into two, just like this. Look at what I'll be doing to get the length of my pocket, to get the length where my pocket is going to start from. Okay, just fold your fabric into two, place your tape rule and measure your waistline down. So for me, I'm making use of 16 inches, and the width of this pocket is going to be 7 inches. Okay, so I measured 7 inches and made a notch right there. Okay, now the next thing we are going to do is to take our pocket. Okay, so I have 7 inches right there, over 7 inches. I'm just going to cut it out so that I can have my 7 inches right there, and the length is 9 inches. Okay, you can decide to use 10 or 11 inches for the length depending on how deep you want your pocket to be. Now the next thing you're going to do is to place your pocket, that 7 inch, on the part where you notched. Okay, you want to place it on the part where you notched, right side facing each other, and pin it down. Pin it down on each side. Okay, I'm going to do this for the fourth sides of my boo. I'm going to do it, and this is what it's going to look like once you join it together. Okay, you want to do this for both for the fourth sides rather. Now after I was done doing that, this is what I have, and I will now take it to my sewing machine and join from the sleeve all the way around just like that, and I will reverse at the point where I'm touching. Then I will take it all the way to the length of my gown, and after I'm done doing that, I'm just going to hem the length of my gown. Okay, and that brings us to the end of the tutorial, and this is what I had after I was done. This is what the front neckline is looking like, and this is what the back neckline is looking like. You can see how deep the V neckline for the back is, and if you want it deeper than this, you can just go down by 13 by 12 or 14 inches depending on how deep you want it to be. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next tutorial. Bye.